Hey, welcome back. So now we get to the sorting part of merge sort. And this is actually, the code itself is pretty short. It's only, my solution is what, 5-ish lines. The problem is that conceptually, it's a bit hard to understand. And that's because most merge sort implementations use recursion. So if you skip the recursion section, I highly recommend you go take a look at that, because this is going to seem a little insane if you've never seen recursion before. And even if you have, it's not immediately intuitive to write code that's recursive. So here's how it works. We have our merge function that works. We just assume it works at this point. If you didn't write it, just go to the last video, copy the code if you want to try and implement this yourself. But again, don't feel bad if you can't. This is really about the concepts, how it works, not about you being able to write it from scratch immediately. Okay, so merge sort. We have our merge function takes two sorted arrays. Now remember, the goal is to basically keep breaking up the array into halves. So how do we break an array, just a single array, into a half, two halves? Think about that. My recommendation is to use slice. So array.slice, and you go from 0 until the middle of the array, and then you go from the middle array until 0, and that gives you two halves. And then what are you going to do with each one of those halves? Well, you're going to call merge sort again, and you're going to break each half into its own halves and keep going recursively. And what's our base case? When the arrays, their length is less than or equal to 1, meaning that it's 1 or 0. Okay, so that breaks them all up into these small elements, these small arrays, using slice recursively until, again, our base case is we hit the end. Array.length is less than or equal to 1. Then once we have those small arrays, we merge them back using our merge function that we've already written until we're back at the full length of the array. Now, it seems simple when you write it this way, but the code, it gets confusing when you're writing it recursively. I'll just put it that way. But that's pretty much it. So once the array has been merged back together, we return the merged array at the very end. Okay, so if you want to take a stab at this, definitely do it. But in the next video, I'll walk through it. Remember, recursion is kind of crazy. It can be a bit of a leap to get there. So don't feel bad if you can't get this one. Okay, see you in the next video.